medical professional liability market is experiencing game-changing trends. One of those trends has to do with the consolidation of the medical industry. In this interview from the Plus Medical Professional Liability Symposium in Chicago, Jack Meyer, Chief Marketing Officer of the Doctors Company, discusses consolidation and how the healthcare reform could alter claims going forward with Insurance Journal's Andrea Wells.
Well, the consolidation of groups has a number of consequences. First, when you have a group of, let's say, 50 doctors or a hospital with 500 or 600 beds, you're going to have more carriers interested in insuring that risk. You're going to have more brokers interested in acting as intermediary for those. So that's point one. Point two is, with the health of the medical liability insurance market today, there's a lot of downward pressure. So there's going to be a challenge to insurance carriers to offer more value to these groups, because you're going to have more insurance companies, more brokers going after fewer units of insurance. I think that the broker has to decide to offer more value. Which companies offer more value? I think the broker's responsibility is to that client, and the broker is the added value. We get asked the question all the time, why should I use a broker rather than go direct? And I always say, you know, the broker adds value. He's your intermediary. He's the voice, your voice, to the technical areas of the insurance business. And so I think that's what a broker has to be able to communicate to his client, that he's offering. Brokers have to offer so much more than, going to have to offer so much more than price.
Another game changer in the medical professional liability sector will be how the Patients Protection and Affordable Care Act affects the market. Since 2000, the medical liability market has seen a decline in claims frequency. But in a post-healthcare reform world, no one knows if that trend will continue.
Generally, we think the declines that have taken place, the decline from, what did I say, 14 to 7.1, we think that that is a new paradigm. We don't think that, we're not expecting frequency to double. We don't see it declining anymore. There's a question as to what caused it. We think that a lot of it is doctors, informed consent, patient safety. But as far as healthcare reform, there are those who think that the pressures of healthcare reform, with shorter time for patient visits, more pressure on doctors to report. I don't know if you've been to a doctor lately, but you find he spends most of his time on his laptop rather than looking at you. So with those kinds of pressures on doctors, there are those in the industry that think that it's going to cause claims to increase. And there's going to be a lot of value-based practice. There's going to be a lot of pressures to provide a better environment for care. But in one hand, you say you're going to provide a better environment. On the other hand, the doctor doesn't have as much time to see the patient. I think the idea of an integrated delivery system is probably a positive. To have a coordination of care, that you know when you get a referral, you know that the whole continuum of your care is integrated among doctors, that the communications and the processes are going to be consistent. I think that's a positive. I think it's a positive that we're going to be insuring a lot more, covering a lot more people that need coverage. Mm-hmm. There are, however, a lot of pressures that are going to be on the delivery system, and consequently we think this may lead to more claims.